Good afternoon, family and friends. We're back in Cooking with Carol Diane's kitchen. Today, I'm going to make a real simple little dinner tonight. It's just myself eating of chicken and dumplings. And we're not going to bring out the pastry board and roll out dough or any of that. This is quick and simple. Anybody can do this. My husband stays at a lot of hotels, and sometimes he has little kitchenettes in different places that he stays. And this is a great meal for a guy, a man to put together, or anybody, or just one person cooking this. It can be for two people, a couple. So I'm going to show you the quick and easy way that I've always made chicken and dumplings. So you go to the store and you buy, you've all seen them, little roasting chickens. They're already baked and done. So here it is, the little roasting chicken. They're already warm. So I'm going to take the chicken out of the bag, set it here on my cutting board. And I'm not going to take all of the chicken. I'm going to take half of this chicken. I'm going to take a meat cleaver, and I'm going to go right down the middle of this chicken. Just cutting right down the middle, because that's all I want. If it was two people here eating tonight, I might take the whole chicken, but again, two people, just one of these halves will work you just fine. Take a Ziploc plastic bag and put your half of your chicken in the Ziploc bag and save that for another time, another day, another meal, whatever. It can be for chicken salad sandwich, it can be for a chicken sandwich for lunch, whatever you want to do. Now, I usually take, you can put it in your pot whole, but I usually kind of take it apart and stick the chicken pieces in here. You want the skin on it, you want everything on it. Okay, take it apart a few little places. And you can cut this to get rid of this little backbone. You can cut it again with your cleaver. Because I said all you want is the meat and bones. You want the juices in there of everything. And just kind of chop it up if you want to. Makes it nice. If there's any larger bones that you don't want to worry about, just take them out. And stick it all in your pan. So there's the chicken in the pan. Get rid of this for you. And I like to add a little onion with mine, and so I took a yellow onion and I chopped it up. Just about half of that medium-sized yellow onion. Chop that and put that in there. And then you will take a box of your chicken broth, the whole thing of your box of the broth. And you will pour all of that in here. All over that chicken and the nice onions. Whole thing. Make sure your heat is on high. I have over here in my little steamer, don't know why I did that. Over here in my little steamer, I'm going to have some steamed broccoli tonight. You can have frozen or canned peas or beans, whatever you want with this, you can have. And then I like to add just a little bit of water into the pot. Okay. You can also now put in your salt and pepper if you'd like for your seasoning. And some pepper, a generous amount. And salt. And then we're going to put the lid on this right here, and we're going to bring that to a full boil because we want to get that nice and hot. Nice and hot. Then you're going to take, so what is she going to make for her dumplings? My good old standby of my Bisquick. Yep, Bisquick. And we're going to take a good 2.5 cups of the Bisquick. You can measure it out or you can eyeball it. Most of the time I just eyeball something. But we're gonna go ahead for the video purpose of, and sometimes when it sticks in the box, I like to just take it out of the box. I really do. Measures a little bit better. Take it out. Get your 2 cups. 2.5 cups, doesn't matter. And then you're going to take a full cup of milk. Whatever kind of milk that you like to drink. And you're going to take a full cup of milk. And you're going to put that in here, right like so. And you're going to stir that around. And it's going to look like this. It's going to be lumpy, and that's all right. Just kind of stir that around. Now again, your chicken is already cooked. All you are doing is heating up the broth and your water in the pan. You're just going to heat it up. We'll go a few more minutes here while you've got your mixture of your dumplings. No need to roll this out on a pastry board or your counter. These are fast and easy. I said lots of times when you're tired, you get home at the end of the day and you bought the roaster chicken at the grocery store and you think, well, now what do I do with it? You know, you just kind of cut it up and put it on your plate and have chicken with your dinner. But you can have noodles with this also. Lots of times that I will buy what's called granny noodles, and I will put the whole bag of the granny noodles right in that broth and cook it with the chicken, which kind of makes chicken and noodles of a soup or whatever you want to have it for. So noodles would be great in this. Some people add rice to their chicken and have it that way. But tonight, like I said, we're going to do the chicken and dumplings. And let's give it another good stir in here. See if all of that is blended real well. And your chicken will break up. You can help it along a little bit with your spoon of breaking up the pieces. And I said, if you don't want the larger pieces of chicken in here, then go ahead and break it up on your cutting board before you even put it in here. Now you're probably asking, well, she put the skin in there too. Absolutely, because that's your flavoring in there. You've got to get it all nice with chicken broth flavoring. Even though you have the chicken broth in the box, you want some more of it. You want the real thing in there. So we put that in there. And we just kind of chop it up. And to cook this and to boil it for the length of time that you need, because you want to get those onions nice and soft. So you need to get that to a roaring boil, and that's what we're doing right now. It's not going to take very long to put these dumplings in here and have them pop up. They're just going to pop up so pretty, and it's going to be real nice. But the main trick is to just get everything nice and hot and boiling. So if you've bought your chicken the day before and you didn't want it, you know, for like tonight. If I bought this chicken this morning and I didn't want it for tonight and I wanted to put it in my refrigerator and say, I'll go ahead and have it tomorrow night, that's fine. That's fine. Then just take it out. It's going to be cold by then. You can zap it in the microwave for just about a minute and get it warm going in your water, or you can go ahead and put it in. This way is so simple that I don't go back to taking a whole chicken and put in a pot and boil the heck out of it for, you know, almost 2 hours to get it nice and tender. What for when you've got these that are already made, ready, cooked, done? They're ready for you. And that's what we want, these quick little meals that are fast and easy. Easy, easy, easy. Okay, the water's pretty hot. And the onions could go just a little longer, but for time's sake on my video, I'm going to kind of speed this up just a little bit here. And you can cook if you're in a real hurry, you can cook your onions. You can microwave them or just cook them in a little saucepan and get them going before you even put them into this mixture. Okay, so now we're going to take the dough part here, which now just kind of looks like this. And we're going to take it by spoonfuls. You can get a teaspoon or whatever, but you want a pretty good size helping of it. And then you're just going to drop it in. I just kind of go like this and get it off the spoon with my finger. And you're going to go all around the bowl, your pot, with this. Not having them stick together when you put them in. You want to just kind of go all the way around it, because they need to kind of cook on their own. So that's what we're doing. All the way around your pot. It's not like when you're making biscuits and you need them to touch. You don't really need them to touch when you're first putting them in. They're going to anyway when they pop up. When they get hot and start popping up, they're going to touch each other. Put all this in here. Pretty fast, huh? It's not going to take long for dinner to be ready tonight at all, which I kind of like. It's been lots of nights, and especially in the summertime, you've worked out in your yard all day, and you come in, you think, I just want something fast and easy. I don't want to worry about cooking the grill and starting it and waiting for it or whatever. You just want a meal that cooks within just a few minutes, and this is one of them. Okay, so got it pretty well in there of everything. Let's stick it all in there. Okay. Where did that go? There we go. Wipe off my hands just a little bit here. And then I like to go ahead and put the lid back on, because it's like anything else. You want the heat and the steam to rise that dough. So that's kind of what we're doing right now. It's letting that dough rise. Now you can take out the bones if you don't want the skin or the bones in your chicken and dumplings, if you're not a real big fan of that. And some people aren't. Then I would take it out. Before I put the dumplings in, I would go ahead and separate that. And I usually just take some tongs and I separate the bones and put them in a little bowl, and same with the skin, and just get them out of there. But if you don't mind about all of that, because once it gets on your plate and you start with your fork, cutting for your size to go in your mouth, you're going to get rid of that anyway. Or maybe you just like the skin on there. I don't know. You could just very well like it. Okay, my broccoli is done, so I'm going to go ahead and turn it off. And the main thing is to just kind of check these every now and then. Just give a little peek, and oh my gosh, they're already bubbling up. They're doing what I want them to do. They certainly are. Giving it a quick peek here. Still doing exactly what I want them to do. Now, you're going to say, well, when do you know that they're done? I don't know. With this recipe, it's just kind of eyeballing it. You want to make sure that the dough is cooked, of course. And they're going to be looking like a gooey little ball anyway. But once I get them out on the plate, I will show you exactly what they are going to look like. Some people like a little dry dumpling, and other people like a real moist dumpling. It all depends on the amount of water and the chicken broth that you put in your pan. So that's looking real good. It really is. So while that's still cooking, and you can kind of test them, you can dip your spoon down there and make them go a little faster on what you want the dough to be. I like to just kind of leave that lid on there for a little bit. I can go ahead and get my broccoli out and put it on my plate. I like to steam a lot of vegetables. For so long, I used to just put them in a pan like people do and boil them. But steaming them, you're going to get so much more of the flavor out of your vegetable. Put a little butter on them, put some salt and pepper. Okay. You can turn down your heat. And I like to just kind of dive right in, as I call it, just kind of dive right in and find your chicken. If I was doing this for a family, anybody but myself, I would certainly take it out of this pot and put it into a nice, pretty, something that goes on the table of a pretty bowl, and one that will withstand the heat, of course. And I'm just going to kind of dab down in here and find my little chicken pieces, and there's a good one right there. There's a good one right there. And then there's my dumpling. There's my dumpling. Let's see if I can find another real good white piece of meat here that I said you may want to take the chicken and take it off of the bone before you do anything, but however you want to do it. There's some more dumpling. And wasn't that quick and easy that I just took a roasted chicken from the grocery store, already cooked, already done. I brought it home. I cut it in half for myself or 2 people, doesn't matter. I added a quick little bisquick of the dumpling mix. And nowadays it doesn't really have it on the back of the box. It used to on dumplings. All it says on the bisquick box now is for pancakes and waffles. So trust me, it's 2.5 cups of the dry mix to 1 cup of the milk, or whatever milk that you have. And that's my little dinner tonight that I'm going to enjoy, is chicken and dumplings with my broccoli. So I hope you've enjoyed this fast little video tonight, and I hope you make it or share the video, or follow me, join my little group. So this is Cooking with Carol Diane, from my kitchen to yours. Have a really good evening tonight. Bye-bye now.